Well, Oakland, compared to a lot of other places, is a very friendly place. I mean, walking down the street, most everybody says what's up or hi to each other. And I've been to a lot of places where that's just not the case. And if you do it, people think, if you say hi or what's up, people think that you're crazy or have some sort of social, you know, problem where you don't understand social cues or something. And why are you speaking to me? But it's not like that in Oakland. Oakland, black people are more recently from the South than, let's say, other places like Los Angeles or Chicago or New York. And so a lot of the culture that exists from those areas is carried over to Oakland. And people are, they're, that's where the accent comes from. That's where a lot of the, a lot of the ways of being come from, But so there definitely is that kind of down home friendly feeling. You have places in West Oakland where many historical events have happened with the Black Panthers, and even before that, with in the 20s and 30s with the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters. There's a strong history of struggle with that. There's also a history of labor movements. Right now, you have, we're in the time, it's 2005, and there hasn't been any big industry jobs for, production jobs for black people in Oakland for a good 30-something years. One can even argue 40 years, when plants started closing down and being moved to Mexico for cheaper labor. But Oakland during the 50s and 60s was a mecca for black people, simply because of the jobs. People moved here in the 40s from the South because of the war effort and the factories that existed in the Bay Area for people to move to, and those factories ended up producing other things afterward. They quickly were shut down, and it left a large section of the working class, mainly black people in the Bay Area, having to find other forms of income. There's no idea that you can have a job that that pays enough for your family to live on and to have medical benefits and things like that. There's an idea there, but there's no real concrete thing. Most people are working at places like McDonald's or other jobs where the wage is very similar, and really struggling to get by. Really struggling, really working all day just to have a place to sleep at night. And there's a lot of stress that goes with that. There's a lot of things that get left undone, when you have a culture around that. For instance, if you want to go back to the 40s, Oakland was a pretty much mostly white town. And that was mainly in East Oakland. And when black people started moving into East Oakland, white people got scared and moved away, and that's when suburbs started being created more. To be like, well, you can still live near where you work, and but not be around black people. Black people moved into these areas, and and white people moved out. They weren't pushed out, but because of racism, they ran out. And then later on, now as there's a shift in, you know, where they want, you know, it used to be that since they did have some industry in Oakland, they needed black people to be close to the factories and things like that. Well, we don't got that anymore, so we don't need the black people in the cities anymore. All the, you know, what we got the cities for is we got these office buildings, we got these, you know, the what's left of the working class in the United States now are, you know, people that sit on a laptop and drink Frappuccino, and that's the working class as far as it exists inside the borders of the United States. Now, the real working class of the United States is not, most of them are not anywhere in these borders, but the, you know, so now the idea is move those folks in closer to where they're working. But the idea of the BART in the Bay Area was to get white people out from the suburbs to downtown Oakland and San Francisco. Now that's not, you know, that's, now it's like just have them there already. So they're moving people to these places that are closer to the downtowns of these cities. So black people are being moved out, and the way that they're being moved out is rents are going up.